Plenty of people decide to become content creators. Not all, though, have the level of success as one Baltimore mother-daughter duo, and their TikTok stardom is due in part to their message behind their content. Joining us now, the viral mother-daughter duo, Danielle Sylvester and Theory Frazier. Good to see you both.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, you guys make digital content look easy, but something tells me it is not.
No, it's not at all, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, okay, what can I do to make content that is fulfilling and happy, like myself happy, her happy, and the viewers.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
These are legit situations that you guys talk about, whether it began sort of, you said it was beauty kind of things at first, but now it's situations that families go through. I'll just run through the numbers. 8.8 million TikTok followers, 669,000 YouTube subscribers, 643,000 Instagram followers. How do you get to this point?
Honestly,
Consistency.
Okay.
Yes.
Authenticity.
Yes.
Authenticity, I'm with you.
Yeah, authenticity. I'm like, hold on. But I think just being yourself, it's going to gravitate towards the people that you're trying to reach.
Okay.
And there's a lot more of us than we believe there are. Like, being gentle parenters.
Okay.
I feel like that is where our audience comes from, and a lot of children that have trauma, that's where a lot of our audience comes from as well.
Sure, and so let's back it up a little bit and walk me through your content. If you had to describe it, how would you describe it, Theory?
I would definitely describe it as relatable. I feel like, and it's very true to ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we meet people, it's always like, they're like inspired. So when you're like talking to me and you're like, oh, I'm like getting a little, they're like, I love your content, and you guys, like, me and my mom haven't talked in 7 years, and so it's very, like, it makes me happy and heartwarmed to see that, like, we're relatable, people can understand us, and we're not like the typical, mother and daughter that don't have, we're just mom and daughter, like, we're also, like, best friends in a way.
Sure. And is it hard? I mean, when you initially saw people putting content online, because it's their lives, it's how they live.
It's their life.
That had to be hard to make the decision, I want you to see my world.
Yeah, that was a hard one because I'm a little awkward. I can be a little silly, and I sometimes, with my upbringing, people didn't really understand it. They're like, oh, Danielle, she's just weird. And then, or she's different. And then I start creating content, and I was a little, like, worried about that.
Okay.
Like, how are they going to judge me? How are they going to perceive me? And my story is a little all over the place.
Okay.
So for me to share that, I was very hesitant at first. But then I seen the community that we were bringing in creating, and I just felt like it needs to be said, it needs to be done. There's going to be backlash. There's going to be backlash for anything that we do in life. And
you handle those comments well? I mean, because people are right in your face now. I mean, they can be anonymous and type whatever.
There are some times where I have to put my phone down, the laptop down. There's times where I have to come in the room and I'm like, Theory, maybe we should put the phone down.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I do handle the comments well because one, they're not going to say it to your face, and two, they're hurting as well.
Sure.
I feel like cyberbullying, it's a piece of who they are.
Sure.
And it speaks volumes with their comments.
Theory, we got about just under 2 minutes to go. Is this hard work? Because this isn't just mom turn on the camera and let's go.
When it comes down to like the idea of like what we should do, sometimes it gets hard.
Sure.
Like we have a lot of interactions on the daily basis, but we're like, okay, what should we do today? Like we can just like, turn the camera on and just have a like laugh and goo, but like we also want to make sure that we're putting enough and good efforts and executing the content well enough for people to fully understand. So it's not as easy as people may seem. Like, yeah, like, hey mom, but we have to really put our like day-to-day thoughts into it so like we feel like we're understandable.
About a minute left. Is there actually money in this? Can you make money off of content?
I believe yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually retired last year, and I am a full-time digital creator.
No way.
Yes. So September 5th was my first year of being a full-time digital creator.
But again, for everyone listening, there is work to be done.
There is work to be done. It's not just waking up and like.
Yeah. All right, so tell us, for people want to find you online, where should they look on all these platforms and be able to see what you're up to?
So Sylvester_Danielle_ is on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Oh my gosh. Y'all put in some serious work. Danielle, good to see you. Good to
It's
meet
great.
you.
Thank you so
Theory,
much.
good to meet you as
Nice to
well.
meet you.